This is my review on my new SIG Sauer p226 X5 short. It's a beautiful gun. And I bought it here in Canada. And yeah, very happy with it. Very impressed with the quality, the build, just everything, and it's not a surprise. SIG is top quality, and I was just happy to get my hands on one of these. The X5s, SIGs, 226, you can find those anywhere, but the X5, it's definitely a much more sought after SIG, and it's because of the quality and the precision and just everything about them. It's a much higher class of SIG, basically. And all SIGs are excellent. This is not I'm not saying anything bad about the other SIGs. I'm just saying it's plain to see that the X series are just a top tier class of SIG. So I'm basically going to go through a little run through of my X5 and what I've noticed, and leave any comments if you'd like about your X5 or your SIG or what you think of the video. So I picked this up a couple months ago and couldn't wait to get it home, check it out, and also bring it to the range. But just have it in my hands was an experience of it on its own. So pop the mag there. It's empty, obviously, but not so obvious, right? You always treat a gun as if it's loaded. So empty mag, and let's check to see that it is truly empty. So I don't mess around with my guns. It's empty. Decocker. Okay, so it's got the 2-dot sight, which is really nice. It's a really nice little upgrade. I'm not a big fan of the 3-dot, but it's pretty interesting. It's really nice though. I took it to the range now 3 times, and yeah, it just shoots. It's beautiful. It's the recoil's not bad, just because it's all steel, so that weight, that extra weight on the frame really helps even out that recoil. And 9mm, it's not too big of a recoil anyway, so you don't have too much to fear unless you're not used to shooting pistols or used to adjusting for recoil. But it just feels so nice in the hand, and the ergonomics are amazing. And I was very impressed just with everything, the way it functions. No jams, no misfire, nothing. Like, you wouldn't expect that with a brand new SIG. But just to say, there's nothing. After about 150 rounds put through it, well, no, I'd say about 110 rounds that day, the slide started getting pretty grimy. There was a bit of sludge buildup, all that carbon. So that was, and it was hard to lock it back manually. It would still fire and slide perfectly every time by shooting, but to actually pull back the slide and lock it, that grime was pretty heavy. So if you're shooting just I was shooting brass, just blazer 9mm full metal jacket. It was getting pretty grimy after 100 rounds or so, but other than that, I don't think it would have jammed or anything. Even if I put another 50 to 100 rounds through it, it just gets a little dirty. SIGs like to be greased up after you're putting rounds through them like that. So that's all I can really say about that. There's no rail. It's a short, so why would there be a rail? You can adjust the trigger through there, and there, and yeah, I mean, I'm not going to show you anything more than, it's a SIG p226. It's got very minor differences because it's the X5 short. If it was like an X6, I'd have a lot more to show you, but there's a lot of very subtle differences with this one, like the I can't focus on this, but the the texturing, the pattern right here is not just your little rectangle. I mean, it looks like it is right now, but the fine details, they're coming up the sides higher, and they're more pronounced, and you got, that's average. But yeah, it's it's got everything. But very happy with this gun, very impressed, and I'm not. This is not going to be my last SIG. And if you want to mention anything or comment on the video, let me know. Thanks a lot.